Hey everybody, we're here to tell you about a testimony that my daughter has. She has a 7-year-old little boy, and we've certainly had some struggles. And if we can help anybody out with this, that's one of the reasons why we're doing this. So, this is my daughter Robin, and tell us about Michael. Robin. What started all this issue with him?
Well, it all started when he went to kindergarten and I started a full-time job, and it did not go over well with him. He started being very violent. His anger was off the charts. He had no self-confidence. He never wanted to leave the house. Things that he's never had problems with before.
And then you started going to doctors searching for answers because your little boy was no longer your precious little boy.
Yeah, when you have your 5-year-old come up to you and tell you that he wants to kill himself and give you specific scenarios of how he was going to do it, you got to do something. So after multiple doctors, we went to occupational therapists, psychologists. They finally pinned it down to sensory processing disorder.
Now, we've cried a lot together, and
Multiple times.
and my main goal was we're gonna fix this. We're gonna.
Yes.
So I started researching and trying to find an answer because what did the doctors do?
Well, first they wanted to try occupational therapy. That didn't seem to do any good. His child psychiatrist decided to put him on 2 non-stimulant medications. Not only did they mess up the medication and the dosage, which meaning they overdosed my son, took him to the pediatrician, they got everything figured out. There was no change in him. If anything, he got worse. And then when you introduced me to the CBD oil, I've never seen a happier kid. Now we have to adjust to actually seeing our 7-year-old act normal child behavior.
And I can tell you all, Michael had so many struggles, and I could see it. He would not interact with other children. He would go off into a corner. He was very isolated. And it broke my heart. You know, my grandbabies, I love them dearly, and I knew that by reading all the other testimonies from all the other people out there about their children, that I believed that the CBD oil from HempWorx would really work out well for him. And the results, Robin?
Phenomenal. There's no more anger. We're still struggling a little bit with big social settings because of his social anxiety. He had a lot of performance anxiety. We tried football as a way to help. It didn't help. It was a constant battle. He'd have total anxiety attacks before each game. He didn't want to go to practices. And since putting him on the CBD oil this year, it was a complete 360. He loved playing in the games. He wanted to run balls. It's been phenomenal. He's loving, and he's just my little boy. And for 3 years, I never had that. I had a very violent, angry, depressed 7 or 5-year-old.
It was a very, very scary situation. And I just want to reach out to everybody that's having these problems at home with their children, because I know a lot of kids suffer with this. And CBD oil has helped in so many ways, not only for kids, but adults with fibromyalgia, lupus, Lyme disease. The list goes on and on and on. And I'm a very skeptical person, and to think that a product could do something like this was like, no, let's try it. So I ordered it, and so thankful that we got it, because Michael is back to being Michael again, and it's just amazing to see him now from what he used to be.
Yes, it is.
And where's the bottle? Get the bottle so that we can show everybody.
Okay. And this is what I give my son. It's 500 from HempWorx, pure CBD oil. And I know you can get it in peppermint flavor. Right now he's on the natural flavor. And with a kid that has a food phobia, has a really hard time with smells, texture, taste, he has no problems taking the natural flavor. And I have tasted it myself. It's not very good tasting at all. But with him, with all of his issues, he knows it works. He's happy to take it. And since the medication screw up, he has no trust in doctors anymore. And neither do I.
And he really likes the peppermint flavor better.
Yes, he does.
I'm taking the natural. It's a little bit of a different taste. Some people think it's kind of a buttery, nutty taste. It's just everybody's preference. But if we can help anybody out there, if you want some more information, feel free to get a hold of me on Facebook. I'll be glad to answer any questions for you, and you can certainly order from my website.
And I highly recommend it with any parent, or even if you're struggling yourself. I will be starting to take it myself, and I've talked to other adults who deal with anxiety and depression, and I recommend you all give it a try. It's fantastic. I thought my son was lost to me, and since my mom got him on this, I'll never go back to anything else.
So we're going to wrap it up. Just want to thank you all for listening, and have a great day.